Good morning, everybody, and thank you for the opportunity to be here today. And thank you for the opportunity to be in Portugal. This is my first visit, so what a wonderful city you have, and thank you for having me. My name is Sue Daly. I'm Associate Director for Tech and Innovation at Tech UK, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the UK tech landscape today, particularly what's happening around the exciting technology of AI, where we might be heading, and also to talk about the work Tech UK is doing and how we can help you come to the UK and take up the opportunities that we have. I'm going to try and follow the wonderful presentation as well. That was just amazing, just mind-blowing. And it shows you what exciting technology innovation is happening in the UK right now. So first of all, Tech UK. Who are Tech UK, I hear you ask? Tech UK, we are the trade association for the UK tech sector. We have around 850 to 900 technology members, ranging from very small companies all the way up to the large tech companies, the whole ecosystem. And we have three main goals. Our first goal is to make the UK a great place for technology companies to scale and thrive and grow. And that can be UK tech companies, but also, of course, people looking to come to the UK and looking to get involved in our tech ecosystem. Our second goal is to make sure that the tech is good for the UK. So how can technology, and we talk about how can technology help economic growth, productivity, job creation, but also how tech can be good for people and society. It has a real power for social good, to touch people in a creative, inspiring way, and also to help people in their everyday lives and the challenges that we face. So we talk about how technology and how technology industry can help make that happen. So my role, I'm very lucky in my role. I spend a lot of time talking to really exciting tech leaders, entrepreneurs, startups, scale-ups, businesses that have been around for a long time and have seen the development of technology. And I get to look at Tech UK's work across all our technology areas. So looking at what does cloud computing mean to our future in technology, big data, data analytics, blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. I work on issues around Internet of Things. We're looking at AR, VR. We're also doing some exciting work around drones and even, believe it or not, the future of quantum computing and technologies in the UK. This is an exciting time, and AI is really at the heart of that as well. If I had I suppose I should say, a euro for every time people want to ask me, how do we get started in AI, I'd be a very rich woman. Unfortunately, I'm not. But what is interesting right now, and I'll come on to what's happening around AI, but I think what we saw from the presentation before is it's not just one of these technologies that's really going to turn the dial. It's how they converge. It's how they work together. It's how they come together to help industry do what they need to do, to help us deliver public services, to help transform traditional economies in society like manufacturing, like film, like transportation and logistics. And that's really where the exciting conversation is happening, particularly, I would say, across the whole of the UK. How not just one of these technologies can help, but how they all work together. And that's what Tech UK is looking to do, and helping that conversation, particularly to make the UK AI ready. So I'm going to focus a little bit on AI, but bear in mind that AI itself cannot be fully realized without the other technologies that we're talking about, and how actually AI is a component, is a part of the digital ecosystem. But where are we right now? Where are we on the journey? What's happening in the UK from a government and from an industry point of view, and some of the next steps to hopefully help inspire you to think about what we're doing in the UK and how you can get involved. And I have to add this picture. This is from my trek to Everest Base Camp earlier on in the year. So believe it or not, I am on that bridge somewhere. We need to probably apply some 3D modeling to that. So let's start at the beginning. So I was asked to talk about what makes the UK a leader in this area, particularly AI. What's the UK strength? So I have to go back to the beginning. We are the land of Ada Lovelace. If you don't know who Ada Lovelace is, check her out. She was the first original woman in tech. We are the land of Alan Turing. We have worked on computer science, data science for many, many years, and we have a history and heritage in that area that is bolstered by our world-leading universities that are creating not just the talent of the future, but are also inspiring entrepreneurs to come out of the universities, startups and scale-ups. In the UK, one of our key strengths is our connectivity as well. Our connectivity infrastructure is brilliant. And obviously, we are now forging ahead with 5G and the 5G future that will enable a lot of the technologies, including blockchain, Internet of Things, and others, to really become realized. And computing power as well, we just heard from the presentation, it all comes down to data. You have to process that data. So we are, I think, 4th in Europe now for cloud computing usage. And of course, we have supercomputing in the UK that is key to crunching all that data and doing what you need to do and finding those nuggets, those real kind of needles in a haystack that can really make a difference to a business or an industry. And these 2 or 3 components really is helping to help create a really exciting AI industry in the UK of entrepreneurs and businesses that have come out of the universities and are benefiting from the ecosystem we've created. DeepMind, SwiftKey that was bought by Microsoft, Magic Pony that was bought by Twitter that are developing innovative tools and technologies in this area. And as such, and as a result, we have a thriving AI landscape in the UK that is leading across Europe. Well, that's exciting for 2 reasons. One, that startups and scale-ups want to come to the UK because it's an exciting place to be. Of course, I would say that. But also, this landscape, this community that is building up of SMEs and entrepreneurs mean that industry that are looking to find AI solutions, whether it's financial services, whether it's healthcare, whether it's defense, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's logistics, they are looking to the UK for those innovative tools and solutions. If they don't want to build it themselves, where can they get it from? And this community is providing those answers. So it's a really exciting time in the UK at the moment. So industry and Tech UK have for a very long time seen the opportunities for AI, data science, machine learning, natural language processing, the whole range of AI solutions to really make a difference in terms of economic growth and also to make a difference in people's lives. And it would seem that we're not alone. So the UK government has seen the potential of AI to help boost economic growth and productivity in the UK. And this goes back to 2017, where the UK government called on Dame Wendy Hall and Jerome Pocenti to create a report on what does the UK's AI market and industry look like right now and how do we grow it. And from that, 3 priority areas came out that we needed to focus on and that we are driving a lot of exciting initiatives around. Skills, how we create the right talent pool, but also encourage people to come to the UK and work in this exciting industry. Data, how we make data more accessible, how we allow data to flow, how we realize the potential of data, and of course, adoption and deployment of AI and the opportunities across all different sectors. And these, I think, are 3 key areas that we're working on in the UK. But there's one more. So back in January 2018, our then Prime Minister stood up at Davos and said, AI is key to the UK's future. Come to the UK, we are leading in AI, and we want to look at the potential, we want to work with you. But not just AI, but ethical, responsible AI innovation. And the ethical issues, and we're talking about impact on people and the impact on people's lives. How do we create these technologies that have human values, that have the interests of humans at the core? How do we develop this AI future in an ethical, responsible way? This is a key component of the conversation that's happening in the UK at the moment. And I think we're ahead in how we are developing that conversation. So, since after Davos, we had the UK government show leadership in the creation of a government office for AI, and more importantly, the creation of an AI sector deal as part of its industrial strategy work. This is a £1 billion sector deal that is all focused on government and industry, tech industry, but more importantly, industries across all different sectors to come together to realize the economic potential of AI. Within that sector deal, I do encourage you to look at it, there's some great initiatives which are now really becoming real around looking at how we get regulators to think about what this means, how can they encourage different industries, whether it's financial services, whether it's transportation, to think about what AI can mean for them. To tackle issues around AI explainability and accountability, which are questions we need to answer, and find innovative ways of finding those solutions. It talks about procurement and how we can get public procurement of AI systems right. And also, of course, the adoption and deployment of AI across all different parts of our industry. So £1 billion deal, and now that sector deal is really driving a lot of the work that's happening across the UK government, but also it's really a stimulus to get more industry involved. So industries such as, we just saw Bayer, the pharmaceutical company, announce that they are going to come to the UK to do AI R&D. Japanese firms, Global Brain, investing 35 million. Canadian company Chrysalis, 110 million pounds. Companies like IQE coming to the UK because they see the potential, but also they see that there's an interest and a real demand for what AI can help and do. So it's not just the sector deal that's really, I think, made a difference. We have two things, leadership and industry engagement. So we have, the UK government has created AI leadership here. We've got Dame Wendy Hall, who has worked with Tim Berners-Lee to create the internet. We've got Tabitha Goldstubb, who's the chair of this new AI council that is about government and industry coming together to look at the potential. And Demis, of course, one of the co-founders of DeepMind, really leading the way. On the ethics part as well, we are also leading the conversation. Government have invested £9 million in the creation of a centre for data ethics and innovation. And again, that's important, that ethics and innovation together, to really make sure that we get that right. And what does that mean in terms of industry? And we're working very closely with them. As well, of course, the AI Council, which is really the body that is helping to look at the potential, look at where the opportunities are, and to drive us forward. So activities and developments, what's new, what's happening right now? Well, the Office of AI is leading the way. It goes around the world. It's helping that international engagement. It wants to talk to companies that are looking to the UK, so please do get in touch. And it's leading work around skills and talent. And particularly yesterday, we had £13 million announced for conversion courses that universities are going to offer to help people that are coming through the university who may be wanting to work in AI to make that journey easier. Also, international fellowships have been announced between the Office of AI and our Alan Turing Institute, which is our National Institute for Data Science, so check that out as well. Lots of opportunities, and the Office for AI is there to help. It's also doing some focused work around data, how we free up data, how we unlock the power of data, which is obviously a key component to AI, but not just AI, other industries. Working with our Open Data Institute, the ODI, it's developed a pilot project around how data trust and the creation of data trust could really help unlock that potential. And I would suggest, go check it out, some really important work. And skills, as I just touched on before, we had announcements yesterday around conversion courses. We are looking to create the environment for people to come to the UK to become the AI leaders of the future. But also the international fellowships that have been announced are all about encouraging people to come. So you are all welcome. Please do come to the UK. Now, let's not forget, I always think about the Kevin Costner movie, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come, to go on the art theme for today. Adoption and deployment is key to this. We can build the greatest AI industry in the world, but if people are not using and adopting AI, where does that leave us? The UK government has been working for some time now with the World Economic Forum over in San Francisco on a project to develop public procurement advice and guidance for our public sector departments, so healthcare, transport, social services, around how they could deploy and use AI. This is a key market. I see public sector as a key market, as a catalyst for AI adoption deployment. There are a lot of public sector demands and a lot that we share, a lot of challenges that we share across both our countries. How could AI help with that? How could AI deliver the public services that our communities and our citizens need, not just today, but as we get a growing population, but also an aging population? These are challenges we both share. So the development of the guidelines, which are being discussed now through industry engagement, I think you can probably see me somewhere on there, it's all around how can we get industry and government working together to get the rules of the road right that can then help to become a catalyst for greater adoption deployment. public sector is a key area that is wanting to look for advanced AI solutions to really help. And the AI Council is working really hard to bring all this together and to really find ways to convene and bring industry together with government to help. And also, check out the Centre for Data Ethics and Innovation's leading work. It's actually just published a report. It's focusing on finding some of those ethical solutions or ethical answers to issues around online targeting, bias, and also looking at key issues around how algorithms and AI systems could be used in policing, again, in the public sector. So a lot of work going on in government, and that's really driving a lot of excitement and a lot of industry engagement as well. But what's my role? What can Tech UK do? What are we doing? What is the industry opportunity here? Well, I would say that from my view and from my view of the landscape right now, there are huge opportunities to come and to get involved in the conversations that are happening around what are the potentials of AI, and also how do we realize that potential. We have a number of resources on our Tech UK website. We run an AI campaign week of blogs and insights and news and views from stakeholders and potential customers across different industries and sectors around what AI means to them, what they're looking for, what the potential is. We run a podcast, which you can get on, I was about to say the iTunes, but you can get on the Apple Store and other stores. Check out our AI podcast, and you'll hear from some of the leaders thinking about what the future of AI means in the UK. And our AI industry is thriving. Now, what I haven't put on this slide is the companies that are looking to AI for solutions, because it's not just about the thriving tech industry we have in the UK, but the companies that are looking to work with our industry and of course your industry. People like HSBC, people like Barclays, people like Rolls-Royce, across the whole board are looking to AI to see what it can do to help, yes, drive efficiencies and cost savings, but also develop those new products and solutions that will help them thrive in a competitive market and landscape. So there are some fascinating opportunities, and across both, as I said, the public and private sector. We also are having the conversation about what this means for the future of work and future of people in the industries that will be impacted by AI. And that's a really key discussion, I think, and probably one you're having here as well, around, and as we heard from before, how we can take people that are doing traditional roles and bring them into this new digitally driven AI future. It's not about AI versus humans, it's about them working together. And of course, we are never going to realize the full economic and social potential of AI here in the UK, in Europe, or around the world without building trust and confidence, without finding the answers to some really tough questions around what does this mean? What does this future mean for me? What does this future mean for my job? What does this future mean for my society and my community? And this, I think, this is where the ethics debate and discussion comes in. And this is where I think the conversation in the UK is really healthy. It's around how do we get issues around accountability, transparency, explainability right. Companies want to do the right thing. They want to use these technologies, all of these technologies, in an ethical, responsible way. But how do they? They're looking for answers. They're looking for solutions that can help with that. And this is something that Tech UK has been working on for a number of years now. We run every year a digital ethics summit that brings together key industry leaders from across all of industry, but also policymakers, stakeholders, charities, civil society, to understand what are the ethical issues, what are the issues we need to be thinking about to build trust and confidence in AI and emerging technologies such as facial recognition technology and the like. And we've been holding this summit for a number of years now. This year will be the third year, and really we're focusing this year on practical solutions. What's out there? What can really help? How is the technology industry developing tools and solutions that can address some of these challenges? It's an open invitation. It's a free-to-attend event. Please do come along. It's on the 11th of December in London. We also record all the sessions. So from last year, you'll be able to, if you go online, find all the sessions, all the speakers, including people like Professor Luciano Floridi from Oxford, who is a leader in this area. But you are more than welcome, because this conversation and everything I've just talked about is not something that industry can solve alone. This is something that industry, government, the people, citizens, we all have to work on to make sure we get this right. So another way Tech UK is helping is around our international program as well. So as well as working in the UK, we have a program that is looking to help companies looking to come to the UK, looking to find the opportunities, find the networks, bring people together. We hold briefing events, sessions, workshops, panel discussions, all focused on what's the opportunity in the UK. So if we can help, if you are looking to come to the UK, please do get in touch, because the future is bright. We are making the UK AI ready, and I think we all need to help. And also, we're keen to work with you here on the opportunities and the challenges you may be facing. Confidence. We need to have confidence. The AI future is really exciting. It's not just AI, remember. It's about all these technologies coming together. It's cloud, it's data, it's blockchain, it's IoT. AI is just part of it. Confidence but vigilance. We need to get some of these issues right as well. So confidence that we have in the UK in terms of strength, we have leadership. We have incubators and organizations that are here to help. We have industry really thriving and looking at what the potential could be. But we also are having that conversation around how do we get this right for humans? How do we get this right for society? We need to be brave. This is a huge opportunity, not just here, but around the world, to really embrace this technology that I think is changing. This feels different to me. This feels like a real step change. But we have to get this right in a way that just doesn't work for industry, but works for everyone in this room and every part of society. And that is something that I know that Tech UK is working on. I know that's something the UK government is working on. I know this is something that the AI industry, not just in the UK, but around the world, is working on. So if we can help, please do get in touch. Thank you so much. I hope that's been helpful, gives you a bit of an insight into what's happening in the UK, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.